Somebody's watching me. It's my anxiety. Oh, I wanna be body.
Oh boy. You sound a little zabody.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Spark FM Online. Saucy and Friends in the Morning, your favorite morning show ever in all of the world.
Ever.
We are in the building and we are a full court press. That means everybody's here. Because the full court is here.
Ah, I see what you did there.
Tristan's here, you're here, me here, Richard is here. We're there.
Present.
We're there. So, where the hell was you yesterday?
I told Trish, I said I thought we was going to have to start slow singing and flower bringing because I didn't know where you
I had an early morning adventure.
Condolences and all things like I was like, it got to be the heat stroke.
I know, because I was like, well, he must not be. He must be all right because we ain't heard nothing from his mom yet. But then we ain't heard nothing, so maybe she didn't want to say nothing.
Exactly.
Yet. No.
Hello.
My goodness, I had to call yesterday evening and be like, is my god brother okay?
Good to know that I'm loved.
Oh yes. I don't know if you loved or summoned. Get it with your ass over here.
Oh, no, but we missed him yesterday.
Yes,
we did. We definitely were missed yesterday, and we're glad that you were alive. Because, you know, these days you just don't know.
You just don't know, child. You just don't know. But we are here, and we are here. We're going to start the morning with a quick check-in to find out how everybody's doing. If you are locked in right now, go ahead and give it up a share. Let people know what you're listening to. Let them know that you're listening to your faves because they on the radio. And they are saying the words. Mike Nice said, there's Triz Thursday. Yeah. Mike Nice, the other day when you wasn't here, I was very, very stressed out. I didn't know how the day was supposed to go. So even if you can't make the show, you need to come in and drop our theme.
Exactly, because like, what are we supposed to do?
Exactly, get it together.
Don't tell us what's going on.
It's ridiculous. But anyhow, we have a great show lined up to you. Lots of news, lots of things going on in the world and in the local and the national and entertainment, all of the things. We'll start with a quick check-in. How you doing, Miss Tony?
I am doing good. I'm doing really, really good. You know, this week has been a very nice week for me. I have been able to get a lot of respite from my son via his friend RJ, who calls for him every day to come to his house. So thank you, RJ. Shout out to him.
What RJ?
Kelly and son, RJ. RJ called yesterday for him late in the evening, and I was like, okay. So I went and I took him, I dropped him off, and I went and I took myself out for ice cream. I sat out on, I went to JP Licks and sat outside and ate ice cream by myself. It was nice self-ice cream date.
Let me tell you, sometimes them selfie dates are the best thing that you can do for yourself.
Oh, it was so nice. And then I was like, oh, I didn't even feel for my salad after because I was going to get myself salad and ice cream.
Wow.
I didn't even feel for my salad. I just went home and relaxed. I'm into Animal Kingdom real bad right now, which is just the craziest little show. And that's that. Today I've got appointments. I'm gonna get my hair did and all that.
We're gonna be a new woman, okay?
Tomorrow, don't talk to me. I'm gonna wear sunglasses.
Oh, sunglasses.
But yeah, so I had a good evening. How was your evening? Tell us the fun thing that you did.
I had a great evening. This week has been very action packed here at Spark FM, and shout out to everybody who's been booking the space. Thank you for booking the space. Yeah. Yesterday we had the E4All alumni reunion or alumni networking event. I didn't realize that I graduated from E4All in 2020. That was 5 whole entire years ago.
Oh wow.
And it was great to see a lot of the people that I did the cohort with. Merry-Go-Rounds is now in Dorchester on Dot Ave.
Yes.
Yep.
Going over there today.
Yep. If you guys are looking for a really dope curated consignment shop for kids, there's a one in Dorchester that just opened up 3 weeks ago. It's called Merry-Go-Rounds. You can go in there, get all kind of designer, all kinds of stuff on the low for your little kiddos. They'll even put packages and stuff together for you. Yeah. So make sure you guys go check it out. I forget the address, but it is on Dorchester Ave. Look it up. Merry-Go-Rounds.
I love that.
Also, yeah, it was great. So the entrepreneurs got a chance to win money. So either $500, $750, or $1,000. Shout out to Chef Prince. Yeah. Shout out to him. The food yesterday was typical Trinidadian fare. We had barbecue chicken with a little vegetable noodle, lo mein, and some vegetable fried rice and some white rice. And then we had a very great ginger beverage from Lime Life Studios. If you guys need something healthy and nice this year, go get that. Go look up all these businesses. So it was really great. Tonight, speaking of businesses, we are having the final part of Vibes and Ventures. We're talking about marketing and branding today. So if you are a new business or if you're interested in figuring out the tips and tricks to get your brand to pop, come through, boo. It's for free and it is a free food.
Come through.
Hello, come through, boo.
And the food be good.
And the food be good. It could be good. That's why I come here. I like to have things here, especially catered things. Boy, I'd be taking them home. Taking them home. Wow. But yes, that's where we are at today and what we are doing. What about you, Richard? How was your evening?
Oh, my evening was great.
You went to Salem!
Yes, I did.
You did?
Yes. I had to see the witch trials. I had to see where they hung these witches. I had to see what Salem was about.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
You think so?
Did you have a good time?
I did. The people up there are really amazing. They're really, really amazing. Like,
yeah.
What? They were so nice to me, and they explained everything to me. They even took pictures with me. That
very nice.
I saw some of your Instagram posts. I was like, I'm so happy that you made it. That's Tristan's spot during Halloween. That's where Tristan want to go all the time.
Oh, really?
All the time.
Well, I basically grew up there. I went to school in Marblehead, the town next to it.
Oh, okay.
I went to college in Salem and never explored that part because
Really?
I was too busy doing
college things.
everything else.
College things.
But Salem is a great place. It really is. That's awesome. I'm glad you got to see it.
The drive, however, to come back was a bit much because I spent like 2 hours in traffic. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yep. Traffic around here, these parts is ridiculous, and I hate it.
Yeah. Like, what is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's good. I'm really glad that you got out there, and so I feel like I haven't been to Salem outside of going to visit you at school.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I'm gonna go to Salem. Let's go. I want to find out about the Salem witch trials. I used to follow them things real close back in the day.
But whenever you're ready to go, let's go.
Back in the day when you was a witch?
Yes. Absolutely. I need to know where my people at. With that said, we do got a great show lined up for you guys today, and we're going to get to all of that in a few seconds. Let's officially start this show.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Trends.
Call Spark FM at 617-272-3387.
You're listening to Spark FM online.
GBM.
I love GBM.
GBM. Go down in the center. Go down in the center. Go down. I want to go to a party.
Me too.
Hey.
Oh, me too.
That's when that song hits you, whatever song it is, you just juck out because it's like, yes, oh, that's my thing. Or take a little dip, like, oh. I love that. Today is June the 26th. Big shout out to my bestie, Shanita, or Naughty Girls. If you guys see her out, go and wish her a happy birthday. We're getting old. Golly. Jeez Louise.
Didn't we just go to her birthday the other day?
That was anniversary.
Oh.
Yes. How many birthdays does she's got?
Birthday, Shanita.
Today is approximately right now. It's 68 degrees. So if you came outside today ready for another hot ass day, you got hit with a little brick because it was cold. It's cold outside. It's nice. Today is the day you open your windows and you get the breeze inside circulating back into the house because it's been stuffy in there. Things have probably been growing in a corner. Open the windows, get things, back calibrated. It's supposed to reach a high of 79 degrees. Right now, it actually feels like 62. That's why it's so cold. We're supposed to be getting a little bit of rain around the 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock hour, and then that rain just keep changing every 2 seconds. So I don't know when y'all supposed to get rain, but it might rain or it might not. I don't know.
And the thing is, it's going to be hot on Monday as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me go into the full forecast for okay. So tomorrow is going to be 74. Saturday 77, Saturday and Sunday about 77, and it's gonna rain both of those days. And then Monday, he is right, we get back up into the 80s, and then we stay there for a little while. Little warm weather. I can take 85.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Yeah.
Yesterday was nice.
Yeah.
It was hot, but it was nice.
It was nice.
Yeah, it was nice. So with that said, we don't have an interview today. However, we will be giving away lots of tickets over the next 2 weeks. So you guys have to know that number, 617-272-3387. We have Kess tickets to give away. We have tickets for tomorrow night, which is Caribbean Nights, to give away. We also have Jerk Fest tickets to give away. And for those of you guys that like the theater, don't forget, we have Moonbox production tickets for their New Works Festival that kicks off. You said this week?
Yeah.
Yep, this week. So there's lots of things to do. 617-272-3387. Let's get into this news, Miss Tony. What you got for me?
Oh, well, the DA has identified the victim of the deadly shooting outside of BJ's in Dedham.
What the hell happened?
It seems like it was the drug deal.
Tell.
So police say they received several 911 calls around 3 a.m. for a report of shots fired at a BJ's parking lot at 688 Providence Highway. Responding crews found 20-year-old Jaylani Cole of Brockton suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. Coles was transported to an area hospital where he was later pronounced dead. Boston News reached out to BJ's for comment and there was none. Another 20-year-old male was also shot according to investigators, but is expected to recover from his injuries. I heard yesterday that man did not.
So he died.
He died as well. This is an active and ongoing investigation. It is always a tragedy when a young life is taken. Our sympathies go out to Jaylani's family and friends. The investigation remains ongoing, and anyone with information is asked to call Dedham Police or the Mass State Police. So yeah, that's awful.
That's unfortunate.
Very, very unfortunate.
Wow.
3:30 a.m. at BJ's. What
What?
y'all doing out there at that time in the
3:30
morning?
a.m.? That's just
Wait.
so suspect.
Didn't we have this headline before?
Yesterday we were talking about it.
But he didn't die yet.
But they
Not yet. Sorry,
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
One of them had already died.
Okay.
So this one had died. They've identified him now because
Okay.
Oh my
he wasn't
God.
identified. So now he's been identified.
But what were we doing outside BJ's at 3:30?
That's what
crazy.
I'm. That 3:30 a.m. is very suspect.
Yes, very.
There's no good
Intense.
motive to come from that story.
And then 3:30 a.m. on a Wednesday. What is it? Wednesday? Tuesday night.
Tuesday night. That's
Yeah.
just not what we do
Yeah,
here.
That's crazy.
Now
That's
know
weird.
the person who was shot and killed in this BJ's parking lot this morning was Jaylani Cole. He was 20 years old and from Brockton. The Norfolk County DA says the other 20-year-old who was shot here underwent surgery today and is expected to survive.
And I heard squealing tires. Then I heard sirens about 10 minutes later.
Mark Henry lives near this BJ's in Dedham and says he heard the shots fired here early Wednesday morning.
I was sleeping in my house and I had the windows open.
Wait,
and
how
I
close
heard,
that-
like, a
okay.
car crash. And then I thought like 6 shots. Just cars and pop, 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 pop.
Henry later learned this shooting turned deadly. The Norfolk County DA says 2 20-year-olds were shot in this parking lot at 3:30 in the morning. The DA says Jaylani Cole, who's from Brockton, died from his injuries, and the other 20-year-old is expected to survive.
Saw a bunch of police officers with flashing lights. They were actually right in front of the BJ's here on the side.
Both Dedham and Mass State Police spent hours gathering evidence in the parking lot between the BJ's and Best Buy on Route 1. At one point, investigators towed away a car with a bullet hole in the front windshield while police questioned people on scene. The DA says BJ's was closed at the time of the shooting, but the investigation was very much active with medical supplies still on the ground as customers started shopping Wednesday.
It's awful. There's a lot going on right now, and it's sad to see. Yeah. And my heart goes out for those families.
They didn't have to show the blood and all of that on the
That's
ground. So why
crazy.
they do that?
Because they was like, what y'all doing? We don't even have that. It's so quiet around here that we could hear the gunshots from 6 miles away from where our house is.
Right. That's
Wow.
crazy.
That's crazy. 3 o'clock in the morning, all you hear is shots and Dedham by the BJs. You're like, the hell?
Right. And then you're like, is that what am I hearing?
Fireworks. Damn fire rackets.
Yeah, that's wild work. Big happy 35th birthday to Mike Nice's son. Mike Nice, how old are you?
Yeah, Mike Nice, you got a 35-year-old?
35.
Mike Nice.
What he doing?
Mike Nice.
Anyhow, 14 taken to the hospital after a van crashes into a home
What
in
was
Dorchester.
this?
This is a wild story right here. More than a dozen people were taken to the hospital after a large shuttle bus crashed into an apartment building in Boston's Dorchester neighborhood on Wednesday.
I'd be pissed.
I saw that last night on the news.
Oh, I thought you saw it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It is wild. It's wild. The crash happened on Rural Street. Dylan Ibanez was working in his apartment when he heard a loud crash. I was sitting in my office and I heard the bang. I walked into just the whole room full of white smoke from the
Felt the
drywall.
sudden impact, but they didn't know what happened at first. WBZ's Logan Hall spoke to those neighbors as well.
Dylan Ibanez was working in his apartment when he heard the loud crash.
I was sitting in my office, and I just heard the bang, and I'm like, I walked into just a whole room of white smoke from the drywall.
Walls and windows shattered
Damn.
after an adult daycare center bus collided with his apartment. He says it was a chaotic scene when he stepped outside to see the bus full of elderly people.
But, you know, by the time I came out, all the neighbors, they were out helping the driver. He was a little banged up. Unfortunately, the bus was full of, you know, elderly people, but got everyone off safely.
14 people were transported out of the crash with minor injuries.
Everybody sue.
Dylan's girlfriend was at work when the accident happened. She says she got a text with a photo of a bus in their living room and immediately rushed home.
The front windows are pretty damaged.
Wow.
The wall right there, everything. We're most thankful our little dog sits in the window. That was one of the windows that wasn't touched.
Spring, they almost messed your perch up, girl.
Dylan and Sophie are hopeful that the damage can be repaired and that they'll be clear to sleep in their apartment tonight.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
No, but I'm still confused as to, but did he lose control or did something happen?
Was he elderly himself? That's not nice. That's ageism, and that's
Yeah.
not nice for me to say. But yeah, it seemed like it wasn't like directly off the road. It seemed like you had to go in a little bit to crash into that house. So I don't know.
I think that something happened to the driver.
Medical emergency.
A medical
emergency.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm trying to look up because the other
Oh,
night,
Mike Nice is 58.
Mike Nice.
Oh, you was an OG.
He's a.
How you doing, Zaddy?
Zaddy. He is a zaddy. I'm still trying to figure out what happened the other night when we were coming home from Bridgewater. There was a accident on the highway, but I'm not seeing anything about it. But there was an accident involving an Amazon truck. I saw that Amazon truck, so I don't know what that.
I remember that too. Was that crazy?
That was crazy. And I wanted to know what happened. 2023 Dorchester Parade shooting suspect who allegedly removed his GPS tracker arrested in Georgia. So this is the mass shooting that happened.
So they did catch
Gibbet.
him before, and then he had him on a GPS tracker, right? Because I thought that he was caught.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that's what I remember that. So a man wanted in connection with a shooting at a Caribbean Festival parade in Boston was arrested in Georgia on Thursday. Gerald Vick, 31, of Dorchester, was arrested in Lithia Springs, an unincorporated community in Georgia, on Thursday morning. What is an unincorporated community?
Oh, look.
Vick had been wanted by authorities since he allegedly removed his court-ordered electronic monitoring bracelet the night before his scheduled trial this past December. Vick was charged in connection with a shooting at the Juve Parade, during which 8 individuals were shot. All the injuries were non-life-threatening. Vick was arrested shortly after the shooting. He was added to the Boston Police Department's most wanted list in December. He was ordered held on $6,000 bail, even though prosecutors asked for no bail. Why? Oh, for no bail. Okay. The Suffolk District Attorney's Office told the news that Vick posted the bail and he ultimately removed his GPS bracelet around 1 a.m. on Monday. The victims were caught in the crossfire as Vick and others exchanged gunfire with rivals.
in Georgia after 6 months on the run.
Boston police say 31-year-old Gerard Vick of Dorchester was taken into custody today. Police called him a fugitive in December after he cut off his GPS monitor the night before he was set to go on trial. Vick is accused of being part of a gunfight that took place during Boston's Caribbean Festival back in August of 2023. 8 people were wounded. Vick and another Dorchester man were arrested at the scene.
I just like that is such a crazy. I literally was walking towards there. I said, "Pop, pop, pop, turn." It was an about face,
Yeah.
and right back on the porch. Nope, that's crazy.
I know.
That is crazy.
I remember just running to the window and screaming out your name because I heard
Literally
it,
just left.
Yeah.
So an unincorporated authority refers to an organization such as a club, association, or group that has not been formally established as a legal corporation. It's essentially a collection of individuals who have agreed to work together towards a common goal, but haven't created a separate legal entity for their organization.
Oh.
So what the hell he was living in a club?
What they mentioned that in the article for?
Yeah, because I don't understand. The hell? Okay.
All right. Boston police arrested Dorchester man on drug trafficking charges. And look at the what are these called? Jums?
What is that?
Little jums. I think they're called jums, right?
It's not a dime bag.
I don't know.
I don't know what it is.
It's crazy. Little bags of drugs. At about 2 p.m., officers were conducting a drug operation and observed the target of investigation exiting the front door of 1291 Mass Ave. He arrested was 36-year-old Michael Wells of Dorchester on drug trafficking charges. The suspect was seen walking towards a motor vehicle and was stopped by officers as he was opening the driver's side door. The suspect was advised that officers had search warrants for his body and his residence. The suspect immediately discarded a drawstring bag and was placed in handcuffs.
Wow.
A search incident to arrest led to the recovery of 10 plastic bags containing a total of 47 grams of crack cocaine. Crack. We've been hearing a lot about bags of crack lately.
Yeah. Is cracks coming back?
I think crack is back.
Wait, crack was always like off.
Yeah, like crack went away because it was meth. But
And
I think
fentanyl and all of those seem
Yeah.
to be more, but like crack is back. You
Crack
know,
is
Whitney
back.
Houston had us all feeling like crack was for poor people.
because crack is whack.
Crack is whack.
I don't do crack.
Yeah,
Crack
so
is whack.
I think after that, people got a little hush mouth about the crack they was doing because they was
Yeah.
like, I'm not poor.
Yeah.
I'm a well-off druggie.
Right.
So now crack is back, y'all.
Back. As a result, officers recovered a drug packaging material, a digital scale, a safe portable single burner, and $3,537 in U.S. currency. Wells was placed under arrest and is expected to be arraigned in Roxbury District Court for trafficking Class B and possession with intent to distribute Class B.
Oh no. He
I
out
think
here dealing crack.
Cracks. I think the cracks was called jums. I think that's what they used to, right? I don't know. I'm not saying right, Tristan, like
What
you know.
you
I'm
people-
saying,
I don't know.
I'm saying
That sounds kind of old. Man. I wouldn't know
Yeah.
that. I wouldn't know that.
I don't see anything.
J-U-M-S.
Oh, I was like Jums.
Jums.
J-U-M-S.
Yeah.
Jums. That stands for ROTC.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, I don't know. Okay. All right. And now good news going forward. Well, kind of. Well, 115 apartments approved to replace old High Park Avenue warehouse.
Where's this one now?
Where this? Let's see
It
what
said
this
close
is.
to Reedsville.
It's on High Park Ave. So go past McDonald's. Keep going. Like when we used to go around the back to go to the radio station.
Okay.
So the Zoning Board of Appeal yesterday approved a 6-story, 115-unit apartment building at 1690 to 1700 High Park Ave near Reedville Station in High Park. The proposal by West Boylston Investments of Dorchester calls for 20 affordable units, 69 parking spaces, and an AM 8,000 square foot vest pocket park along the street, as well as retail space on the ground floor. The project needed variances because multifamily housing is forbidden in a commercial zone and because the building would be taller and denser than allowed under the lot zoning. Unusual for a zoning hearing on a large project, nobody spoke for or against. The board approved for variances unanimously. The Boston Planning Department approved the proposal in December. The proposed building would be next to another site where another developer says he wants to build a 6-story, 68-unit condo building, and on the other side of Reedville train station, where a third developer is currently putting up a 247-unit complex. A fourth developer won approval to put in a condo apartment complex across High Park Ave at the Father Hart Milton Street Bridge, but he went bankrupt after clearing the site. Well, damn. Of course. It's crazy. So that's going to be, they're doing a lot of building up over there in that little area, huh?
I would like it.
Anywhere the stations are.
Yeah.
I mean, and over there, there's not a lot going on. It's pretty, blah.
Desolate.
There's just a bunch of warehouses and stuff out there that doesn't really make any sense. Y'all gonna put a 18-story building in between Daring Road, middle of the street, but y'all don't want to go out there to these rural ass areas and put up a whole building?
No. But seriously, what's going on with that development right there next to the gas station? I don't know. Are they going to do it? Because I feel like it says that it's for...
Didn't they start?
Yeah.
They started it?
Broke ground.
I thought they were, like they were going
I
through
thought the
with
sign
it.
out there says land for sales.
Land.
Space for land.
Space for land.
Where, you know what? I'm really interested to see what happens with the building on Dudley Street as well. That warehouse, whatever that is, right there on that corner. Because I'm pretty sure that pretty soon they're gonna develop it.
But I don't know why they haven't.
Right.
Because what is that? The Humphreys it's close. It's on Humphrey Street. The corner right there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why that is still there and why it hasn't been.
Which building?
The one that's right next to the Croc Center. So like the Croc Center, and then there's the bridge, and then right next to it there's a big that building.
Talking about.
And that's just been there empty for 40 years.
I always try to get into the gate to go hang out in there. And I was like, you're not a hood rat. You're gonna go home. But yeah, it's abandoned. It's empty. It's nothing. Which it doesn't. I'm so confused. Why are we building more buildings when we have buildings that are literally abandoned and have nothing going on in them? I get crazy.
I wonder if it's cheaper to rehab something than it is. I mean, if it's cheaper to build up something than it is to rehab and make over something that's already there. I don't know.
Regardless of whether it's cheaper or not, do something with it because it's not cheaper to just have it there sitting there doing nothing.
Right, and you're right. Why haven't they touched that building? They built the whole Croc Center. They built a whole other building next to it.
Where the savings bank is, that's a whole new building.
And then right across from there, they're building something right in that lot.
Yep,
so,
exactly. So I don't understand. I don't understand why.
We have some pool updates from Senator Liz Miranda that she posted yesterday because there was a lot of concern over why so many of the pools were closed. So pool updates, this is from Liz Miranda's Facebook page, 2nd Suffolk District. While no one reached out directly, our office contacted both city and state officials.
And wait, before you go into that, it's a damn shame because the pools went viral yesterday. Everybody wanted to know about the pools and everybody's so upset and all the pools. Nobody contacted the senators directly to talk to them.
Well,
y'all was just tagging them in posts and stuff like that, but y'all didn't call them.
I think a lot of people might feel like the senators or whatever are untouchable, and which is crazy because we know that Liz especially is very, very accessible and very willing to help people, but I think that may be a thing. So I don't know. So she says, while no one reached out directly, our office contacted both city and state officials about pool closures in the district after seeing many posts from the community. I've also, let me pause. Let us open the fire hydrants when it's a heat stroke. Heat stroke.
Yes.
Whatever it's called.
Heat wave.
Heat wave, yes. When it's a heat stroke. So she says, call us 617-722-1673 or email us lizmiranda@masssenate.gov. Especially for state pools and facilities, please reach out directly. Social media posts can get missed during formal sessions, hearings, and caucuses. And she says, here's what was shared with us. The Mildred pool is waiting on parts and expected to reopen in 2 weeks. The Condon pool is operational and ready to open, but that's not in her district. The Hennigan pool, repairs starting this week, reopening in a few weeks. Blackstone and Holland pools, to be determined, but not in her district. The Perkins pool is awaiting updates. Madison Park, drain parts have been ordered and they're waiting for delivery. And the Ryan playground is open, but staffing shortage. That's all the pools in this area.
Yes, that's it.
The cast is open, but dealing with volume, equipment, and staff challenges, so wait times can be longer than expected. We're going to further connect with DCR, the City of Boston, and the Mayor's office to get more detailed updates about timelines and lifeguard shortages. It's hot. We hear you. We're working to make sure our families have access to safe, cool spaces this summer. We will be back in touch soon with more updates, and that is on Senator Liz Miranda's Facebook page, which is open, and you can go and look yourself.
So, two things. They don't got nobody to work at the pools. Ain't all these children looking for jobs out here? Hire the children, do a special hiration for the pools.
But that's the thing. These kids are not looking for jobs. They don't want jobs. They want to do hood rat things with their friends.
And wear masks in the middle of in the summertime.
And sweat and black hoodies in 96 degrees weather.
Nike tech suits.
Nike tech suits.
Yes, and be on the Instagram and sending bubby pics to they little boyfriends and stuff like that. Foolishness. And then
the twerk pics.
My other thing is, just because y'all are ordering parts and it's on delivery, still, how long is it going to take the pool to get back to where it needs to be?
Tariffs, girl. The tariffs. But speaking of getting things in line, Judge Shannon Friesen is breaking stereotypes and creating her own lane, becoming the youngest judge in Massachusetts. They say don't judge a book by its cover, because if you saw her...
Oh no! You would think that you think that she's from the hood.
Yeah, you would think that she's a gangster.
Yeah.
Judge Shannon Friesen was appointed to the Massachusetts Superior Court in 2013 at the age of 42. Prior to that, she served Boston Municipal Court from 2019 to 2013, being her tenure on the bench at the young age of 39. Before her appointment, Judge Friesen practiced locally and abroad as owner of Friesen Law Firm. Her practice focused on blue-collar criminal law and military justice. Judge Friesen spent nearly 7 years as a litigation associate at the former white-collar defense firm Dwyer and Collera in Boston, Mass, prior to opening her own firm.
This is her on the screen. Like,
yeah.
She is different. This is not what I would imagine a judge would look like, but I am here for every single minute of it.
And I'm pretty sure she's going to bring justice.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
She looks like she don't play.
Yeah,
she
don't
play with you.
Yeah.
She look like she's firm, but what is it? Fair.
Firm but fair. Judge Friesen, if you're listening on the radio, she is a female who has a short haircut. She is covered in tattoos. Her whole hand, her whole neck is covered in tattoos. And she just doesn't look like what you would think a judge look like. She looks like a son of Arnick. Judge Friesen earned her bachelor's degree from Harvard University and Radcliffe College. She received her Juris Doctorate from Georgetown University Law Center. Judge Friesen began her career as an assistant district attorney with the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office. She holds the rank of Major in the United States Marine Corps and is a Marine Corps judge advocate. She completed her officer candidate school and accepted her commission in the U.S. Marine Corps in 1994. She continues to complete the basic school and Naval Justice School in 1997. From 97 to 2000, she was the prosecutor aboard Marine Corps Air Station New River in Jacksonville, North Carolina. In addition to serving the country and practicing law, Judge Friesen has served as a government teaching fellow at Brandeis University, as well as appearing as a guest lecturer at Brandeis on military justice and military tribunals. Judge Friesen was also recently a member of the Boston Bar Association's task force to prevent wrongful convictions and Harvard Law School's trial advocacy workshops. She is the past president of the Massachusetts Black Judges Conference. Judge Friesen is a jurist, a major of Marines, and a mentor to new trial lawyers.
Damn.
Oh, damn.
Go on. Yeah,
all the things.
And then these people will have a damn nerve to say she's a DEI hire.
Yeah.
When she will walk across y'all's back with her experience and her degrees and her thing.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go, honey.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I love it.
Before we continue, I am seeing in the comments here that my coworkers are locked in.
Hey, coworkers.
Hey, coworkers. Marissa,
Hey.
Sherry. My brother is actually locked in as well, too, and my mom and her friend. They actually locked in as well.
Hey,
guys.
Hey.
More good news in Boston. Acclaimed West African restaurant considers closing. Oh, no!
Suya joint.
After manager detained by ICE.
Yup.
I thought it was good news. I'm sorry.
No, it's no
I
good
thought it was good news. Like Suya joint was getting a
No, it might be closing.
No, Suya Joint restaurant manager Paul Dama was detained on Father's Day without explanation.
That's
according
crazy.
to the owner and chef Cecilia Lazo. I am sorry that I prefaced that with good news. An award-winning West African restaurant in Roxbury is on the brink of closing after ICE detained an essential employee and a family member of the owner. Restaurant manager Paul Dama of Suya Joint, the brother and of chef and owner Cecilia Lazo, was detained by ICE on Sunday, June 15th, while on his way to church. The county has no criminal charges on file for Dama because he is being detained by national immigration authorities, according to an officer at the Stafford County Department of Corrections in Dover, New Hampshire, where he's being held. Lizotte, who immigrated to the U.S. in 1999 and is a legal citizen, says that her brother joined her in 2019. She told Eater that Dama has applied for asylum and the case is pending. He has not been approved or denied. The family has not been given an explanation for his detention and is not aware of any official charges against him, according to Lizotte. That's awful.
That's awful.
Doesn't make sense.
And they just did it because he's black. That's it. That's it.
Oh, I know him.
Yeah, that's not right.
The ordeal has forced Lizotte to consider closing the restaurant, possibly temporarily, to focus on getting Dama back home. But her staff is encouraging her to keep going.
Yeah,
what
she
am I
gotta
working
keep
for?
going.
You know, she says. But the tears just keep coming when I talk about it because no, I do not want to close. It's also extremely scary to be running a restaurant right now. Like, could I be next? The West African restaurant has been a mainstay in Roxbury since 2016. Oh, yeah. That's awful. They have set up a GoFundMe to help with legal.
See, like when it starts to get closer to home and stuff like that, it does affect you because the man don't got no criminal record. A lot of people know him from working
hard.
And then he gets detained because his license, his permit expired or something.
Yeah.
Like what makes that criminal enough that you have to deport him just because you need to meet a quota?
It's because I'm black.
Yeah,
that's where it is.
Disgusting.
Right,
Because it's black.
right. Meanwhile, these white Africans can be here, but these black Africans have to be
Yeah.
worried. This is awful.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. A massive cabin-themed outdoor restaurant and bar has opened in Boston.
Where?
It is Boston's newest outdoor restaurant and bar and entertainment venue. Features classic summer drinks and dishes served in a New England cabin-themed space. Park City Southie, a 30,000 square foot venue, opened at 411 Dorchester Ave in South Boston on Friday.
Oh, that's right there.
Yeah, I want to go look at it.
We should check it
The
out.
family-friendly space is the latest venture for the Broadway Restaurant Group, which oversees other popular Southie venues such as Capo, Lincoln, Loco, and Fat Baby.
I've heard of Fat Baby.
I've heard of Fat Baby.
What
It's
is
a
Fat
restaurant,
Baby?
right?
They're all restaurants.
Yeah.
Oh.
Park City's menu ranges from New England staples such as lobster rolls and fried clams to Greek-style chicken heels and Peruvian style known as lomo saltado. Meanwhile, the bar menu features several fruit-forward cocktails from the Heat Wave Punch, Bacardi, Mango Chili Rum, Pineapple, Mango, and Orange. Okay. To the Dragon Glow, a dragon fruit mojito. Wine, beer, seltzers, spritzers, and non-alcoholic beverages are also available. Designed by Assembly Designs, Park City's cabin-inspired space is complete with trees, greenery, vintage sports equipment, antlers, and giant wooden swing chairs. Yeah.
Sounds white.
A large stage in the center of the venue will host live music every night as well. Park City is open 7 days a week. Hours of operation are 3 p.m. to 11 p.m., but people can check Park City's Instagram for most up-to-date hours. Is this where, when you're going down Dorchester Ave, you pass by Andrews Station, and there's a train car?
Oh, yeah.
Is it there?
I don't know because that's a whole restaurant in itself.
Oh, that's the
isn't
whole
it?
thing itself?
Yeah.
I want to go to there, too.
Me too, because that looks cool.
They're looking nice. Oh, look at the
Oh,
pictures.
yeah, look good.
It looks nice.
Show it to us, Tristan.
I showed it already, but I'll put it back.
That is
I'm trying.
Oh, I think
pretty.
I did see it.
Oh, look at the little sandwich.
What kind of sandwich it look like?
It looked like a chicken sandwich. It got some white sauce on it, though, so you wouldn't like it. But there's some
that's
ravioli
pretty.
looking things and some what's that? Raw meat taco? What is that? Why is that?
That is.
What is?
I don't
What do you
want
mean?
that.
What do you mean is a raw meat? What that
So
mean?
it's raw beef.
Raw ground beef in a taco.
What that mean?
I don't know.
It's
Why
like
the hell would
it's
you
like
eat that?
sashimi.
What are you, a dog?
I know. Look at that lobster roll. Look nice.
Oh, this little sippy cup, little adult Capri Sun. Oh, a little bar fare. It looks like, you know.
Did you see the little raw meat taco? Is that what it is?
No, I think that's fried chicken.
What did they say it was, Tristan?
That's a raw taco.
That's fried
raw
chicken.
No, let's next.
Oh, y'all looking at the wrong.
Okay, right here. This one. What
I
is
think
it?
that's fried chicken.
You know,
No, it's not.
That's a fried chicken tender.
Really?
Oh, is it?
That gotta be a fried. They not. Who the hell said a raw meat
It might be a fried chicken taco. I don't know, but they do have raw meat tacos.
What does that mean? And you're not telling me.
There are some. You gotta look it up. There's a place where they serve some raw ground beef looking things.
Meat taco.
you know, people do probably saw that in Asia.
Oh my God.
Asia does everything raw.
Yeah.
Why do you want to eat that?
Taco? Do you want taco?
Oh. What do you say? It's like sashimi? What's sashimi?
It's like sashimi. It's like raw fish.
No.
Yeah, raw sushi.
I can understand.
Oh, it's like
yeah, it's like that.
What's the raw beef called when they shave it real thin?
It's called raw vegan tacos with walnut meat.
Ew. Okay,
Ew, what
that's
is
crazy.
that thick ass white sauce on it?
Isn't it garlic sauce?
No,
or ranch?
it's not garlic.
It looks like blue
it should
cheese.
Be garlic sauce. Though.
It looks like blue cheese.
God, why would you eat that?
I would eat that.
Ew.
I would eat that. It looks like a country fried steak.
Oh, it's like a see that advertisement.
But no. I do with garlic sauce. That would be really good. What is that though?
That's what I'm saying.
That's the burger thing.
Yes, that's the raw meat.
It's the raw meat thing.
Oh God.
Oh no, that's a vegan taco with walnut meat.
Walnut meat.
Walnut meat.
Okay, that's
too
getting
much.
it's getting out of control now.
All the veganism, like just don't eat meat, just eat vegetables.
Yeah.
Anyhow, that is the local news. That's the roundaway news.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a quick pause for the cause. Come back, and we got some good stuff in the national. Well, let me stop saying everything is good. Ain't nothing good.
It is good. The world is in shambles.
Shambles. Be back, Saucy and Friends, Spark FM. Be back.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
You are now listening to Spark FM. Moonbox Productions is thrilled to present the Boston New Works Festival, taking place June 26th to June 29th at the Calderwood Pavilion and the Boston Center for the Arts. The Boston New Works Festival is a weekend-long festival of celebrating new original plays by local playwrights. 7 original plays, 5 different stages, and 1 wild weekend. Tickets are $25 per show. Pay what you wish. Tickets are available at the box office. Get your tickets now at BostonTheaterScene.com. That's June 26th to June 29th. The Boston New Works Festival.
Got a side hustle you want to turn into a real business? Thinking of expanding your brand or launching your next big idea? Then this is for you. It's Vibes and Ventures, a 3-part Caribbean business series designed to empower you, the entrepreneurs, creatives, and small business owners of our community. Join us at the Spark Media and Culture Center, 1195 Blue Hill Ave, from 6:30 to 8 p.m. And yes, it's completely free. June 5th, getting your paperwork right. June 12th, brick and mortar and commercial acquisitions. June 26th, marketing and social media strategy. Meet some of Boston's most successful Caribbean entrepreneurs, get expert advice, and build the connections you need to take your hustle to the next level. This is your moment. Don't miss it. Vibes and Ventures, where business meets culture and community turns vision into legacy.
Each and every Saturday night from 6 to 9 p.m. inside the Avenue, where you bring the drinks and we bring the vibes. My name is Gary Banton alongside my co-host Big Trini, right here in SparkFMOnline.com, the #1 place for soca, hip-hop, R&B, and more. Each and every Saturday from 6 to 9 p.m. It's the Avenue.
How serious is youth vaping? Irreversible lung damage serious. 1 in 10 kids vape serious, which warrants a serious conversation from a serious parental figure like yourself. Not the seriously know-it-all sports dad or the seriously smart podcaster. It requires a serious conversation that is best had by you. No, seriously, the best person to talk to your child about vaping is you. To start the conversation, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Looking for a meaningful way to engage with your community and make a difference? Volunteer with the Massachusetts Senior Medicare Patrol Program and help prevent Medicare fraud. Visit masmp.org. This project is supported by a grant from the U.S. Administration for Community Living.
JP Morgan Chase is making a global commitment to break down barriers to drive inclusive economic growth all over the world. We believe there is a pressing need to help more people move up the economic ladder. That is why we are investing in communities and people to create an economy that works for all, because no community should be left behind. Right here in Boston, we're focusing that work in Dorchester, Roxbury, and Mattapan, among other neighborhoods, on improving financial health. These efforts aim to address the key drivers of the racial wealth divide head-on. We're here to empower individuals, families, and small businesses by connecting them to the tools that build generational wealth and a long-lasting legacy. Chase is investing in Boston. Chase is investing in you. Visit us at the Mattapan branch at 1617 Blue Hill Avenue, where the team is waiting to help.
Spark FM.
I know you nasty. She be touching on her own body.
Igniting the airwaves. Spark FM.
Says she wanna take me away. Says she wanna take me away. Says she wanna show me the way.
Join us on Facebook and Instagram at sparkfmonline.com.
Turn us up.
Spark FM.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Don't ding 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 ding. Just bring ba dum bang dum bing dum bang ding it a million times. All right. It's time for our national news. Let's find out what's going on with your El Presidente. Iran's supreme leader warns against further American attacks in his first statement since the ceasefire, quote unquote. I gotta say ceasefire of the 12-day war. I see what he did there, though. Like, I want to go down as ending a war, so I'm going to create one, finish it, and then I'm going to go down in history as ending in a war. Yeah. So Dubai United, Iran Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei said on Thursday his country had delivered a slap to America's face with his strike on the American base in Qatar, and warned against any further U.S. attacks in his first public comment since a ceasefire was declared with Israel after 12 days of war. Khamenei spoke in a recorded video broadcast on Iranian state television. His first appearance in June 19th. The 86-year-old looked and sounded more tired than he did only a week ago, speaking in a hoarse voice and occasionally stumbling over his words. Because you know when people piss you off and you go on a rant and you start cussing them off to everybody else, that's probably what he's been doing. This mother Donald effing Trump.
Greetings to the people of Iran.
That's not what he sounded like.
First of all, I would like to thank the martyrs of the recent events.
Translate faster.
I know. Do you got to say that much before you can translate? You're gonna have to. Oh, let me see. He spoke on the record. The more than 10-minute speech by the Supreme Leader was filled with warnings and threats directed towards the United States of America. He downplayed Sunday's U.S. strikes as 3 Iranian nuclear sites using bunker buster bombs and cruise missiles, saying that the U.S. President Donald Trump, who said the attacks completely and fully obliterated Iran's nuclear program, had exaggerated its impact. Yes, we know that. They could not achieve anything significant, he said. The head of the UN nuclear watchdog, International Atomic Energy Agency Director Rafael Grossi, reiterated on Thursday that the damage done by Israeli and U.S. strikes on Iranian nuclear facilities is very, very, very considerable. What does that mean? I think annihilated is too much, but it suffered enormous damage, he said. Iran's foreign minister spokesperson on Wednesday also conceded that our nuclear installations have been badly damaged. That's for sure. He said, I'm trying to read through it to just find what is being said. Go ahead. Yes.
Israel-Iran conflict. This morning, U.S. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth spoke at the Pentagon following last weekend's U.S. airstrikes on 3 Iranian nuclear sites. Kristen Burnell joins us live in studio right now with more.
Well, Pat, that news conference began just after 8 o'clock with the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Dan Kane, was just speaking about the specifics of that military attack titled Operation Midnight Hammer. Hegseth spent most of his time criticizing the media for, quote, hunting for scandals all the time. He also called this a historically successful attack. During the conference, Hegseth attacked news outlets for reporting on preliminary assessment about the impact of recent U.S. strikes on Iran. On background, an early leaked classified assessment from the Defense Intelligence Agency found the strikes may have only set back Iran's nuclear program by a few months, but an Israeli assessment found they took years off Iran's nuclear capabilities. President Trump attended NATO's annual summit in the Netherlands this week, where the issue was also discussed. The White House backed Israel's findings, showing a divide with U.S. intelligence.
So if you want to make an assessment of what happened at Fordo, you better get a big shovel and go really deep, because Iran's nuclear program is obliterated.
Iran's supreme leader.
He's so damn smart.
He's so damn drunk. That's what it is. He looks like he does the crack. The actual crack, like with a pipe and all, and sits in his room with a bottle of whiskey and a little crack bag of what's called hooch. Hootie. What'd you say? The cracks was jums with a jum.
Yep.
The jackass. I can't stand to even look at that greasy-haired villain.
He talks stupid.
He does. He sounds like what Donald Trump must have sounded like as a youth. Just stupid. Yeah, just dumb. New York City Democratic mayoral primary, big win for the Democrats. Mamdani declares victory over Cuomo, and Cuomo concedes before ranked choice votes are counted. So this was one of the biggest races in the nation between Cuomo and this man Mamdani. Cuomo was backed by some very big super PACs and some very big PACs and some very big donors and all kinds of stuff, and he still couldn't pull it off. I also wanted to point to the fact that New York does have ranked choice voting, and they seem to be fine with it right now. From what I have seen, I have not gone down the other rank, but Mamdani, shout outs to him, because he's a Muslim man.
Yes, crazy. Donald Trump lost his ish yesterday.
Good. Let's go to this.
Mamdani is the likely winner of the city's mayoral primary. He declared victory after former Governor Andrew Cuomo conceded. Cuomo was backed by big money donors, but Mamdani, a 33-year-old state lawmaker, was endorsed by Senator Bernie Sanders as the anti-establishment candidate.
Yes.
Republicans are slamming Mamdani as anti-capitalism and anti-Semitic for criticizing Israel, which he denies. He says he's focused on the cost of living.
We have won because New Yorkers have stood up for a city they can afford.
Yes.
A city where they can do more than just struggle.
Hello.
One where those who toil in the night can enjoy the fruits of their labor in the day.
Say that,
The
Mamdani.
National Democratic Party is at a crossroads. Should the party, try to stay with the old guard, more established incumbents and folks
No, we
who
don't
have
want
been
that. Take that
prominent
off.
voices in the party for a long time, or should it go and try
Yes.
to usher in a new generation
Yes,
of leadership? In
that
New
one.
York, at least, we know the real enthusiasm lies with progressives and with young people.
Yeah. Good. Because we tired. You know what I'm tired of? I'm tired of these old white men that are taking office and they don't have any policy changes other than moderate conservative changes.
And
Like,
didn't Cuomo get kicked out for feeling somebody's booty after something?
Exactly. And Cuomo, you so anti-Trump, but you taking all of the money from the Trump supporters? That's crazy.
I don't know.
That is crazy.
No, Donald Trump lost it yesterday, and he was saying, okay, he called the boy stupid. He said he was ugly.
Stupid and ugly, nana boo boo.
Yes.
I know you are, but what am I?
He was going off. It was funny.
Well, good. I hope that, again, I don't have any type of thing that this country will do what it's supposed to. Yeah, because we're so content with just having the bare minimum all the time.
Oh, yeah.
That we don't want to fight for anything. The only thing that we want to fight for is
the Democrats.
Yeah, the Democrats.
Yeah.
Soft yellow bellies.
Yep.
Terrible.
Yep.
Terrible. A jury awards $12.5 million to the grieving Georgia parents over autopsy video of decapitated baby.
What?
You read the wrong amount, but yes, that's what happened.
2.25.
Yeah.
A Georgia jury has awarded $2.25 million in damages to a devastated couple after a pathologist posted graphic autopsy videos of their decapitated baby on social media without consent.
Why and where?
Y'all remember this? The original?
I remember the story, but I don't think we ever saw the video. But why would they do that?
Yeah, like what would be the reason?
Yeah.
So I don't know where it went. Sorry. I'm right here. Go
Into
ahead.
this heartbreaking story and the justice they fought for. The couple hired Dr. Jackson Gates, a Metro Atlanta pathologist, to perform a private autopsy on their son to understand what went wrong during the delivery. But just 2 days later, Gates posted graphic videos of the autopsy on his public Instagram account, showing the infant's severed head and body in horrifying detail. Ross and Taylor were horrified to learn their child's remains were displayed online without their consent, adding unbearable pain to their loss. Court documents reveal Gates had a history of sharing autopsy content on social media, claiming it was educational. In a 2024 interview, he even defended his actions, saying he didn't violate HIPAA laws. But the couple's attorneys argued Gates committed invasion of privacy, fraud, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Their lawyer stated, after the decapitation of their baby, Gates poured salt into the couple's already deep wounds when he betrayed them. The case went to trial in Fulton County, and after
I was about to say, what the hell is that?
Why would have to be sentenced to death for that?
Why would you do that? Why would you post it on your social media pages?
They said, well, I mean,
and deem it as educational.
Yeah, like what is that?
Educational.
What are you showing us? How you did the autopsy? Like, what is it that you want to educate us? Most of us are not going to be performing any autopsies on anybody.
We don't even want to know what's inside.
Yeah.
So I did.
We don't even want to know.
For one time, I did fall down a rabbit hole of these guys who do these science experiments on dead bodies all the time, and they like dissect them so you can see parts of different things, but like on real bodies on YouTube. And I was watched a lot of that.
I can't watch gory stuff.
That's psychotic.
I know, because I'm real scary, so I don't even know why I watched all that, but I've watched many of those videos.
I can't even watch it. Sorry.
Yeah,
that's like when they forced us in high school to watch a delivery video.
Oh, that was nice.
Reproduction.
That's beautiful.
That was horrible.
No, you know what though? Like I get it, because there was a woman on Facebook recently that was delivering her baby, and they showed.
That.
Do you remember that? And I was like, what is this happening here? I don't want to see this.
Nope.
It's horrible.
It is. And how can you show teens that and teach them reproduction? Like, no, that's crazy.
Good.
That's to scare them.
Y'all need to learn.
That is scare tactics.
That's what happens when you're having sex.
When you're having sex, yeah.
Sex.
Yep.
That's the repercussion of that.
Oh, yeah.
Protesters. Oh, Lord. Protesters in wheelchairs cuffed and zip tied during the Capitol demonstration against Medicaid cuts. That's not right.
That's so horrible.
A group of protesters, some in wheelchairs, were arrested and zip tied on Capitol Hill and dragged out by police officers as they demonstrated against proposed cuts to Medicaid and Republican.
What can these people do?
Proposed cuts could mean that some 10 million low-income Americans would lose coverage over the course of the next years. The legislation would also put in place an additional work requirements for those using the program. Here we go.
Now on Capitol Hill, and Ross, we understand you were there when this protest broke out.
Yeah, Calvin, we saw some of those protesters even laying down on the floor here on the Senate side of the U.S. Capitol complex. The group that they were with was here in Washington protesting the proposed cuts to Medicaid inside what President Trump calls the Big Beautiful Bill. Protesters at the U.S. Capitol taken away in handcuffs, some of them in wheelchairs. The group pushing back against proposed cuts to Medicaid and the so-called Big Beautiful Bill. The tax cut and spending plan facing fierce pushback from Democrats who say the cuts to Medicaid and other social programs will leave millions of Americans out to dry.
You're cutting Medicaid, food assistance, childcare, making it harder for women to participate in the workforce. All to give tax breaks to people who already have access to all of these things.
A review from the independent group KKF estimates nearly 1 million people in Florida would be at risk of losing their health coverage if the bill is signed into law. And it's not only Democrats pushing back. Some Republicans, including Missouri Senator Josh Hawley, say the current version of the bill would cut critical funding for rural hospitals.
The leader needs to get with the rural hospitals and he needs to satisfy their concerns and make sure that they can stay open.
The sweeping bill is supposed to deliver on President Trump's biggest policy goals by extending tax cuts and increasing funding for defense and immigration enforcement. The White House pressuring lawmakers to get it done.
There's nothing.
Hold on.
I hate that.
Wait. I just can't wrap my head around that. Increasing for defense force and immigrations, but not the healthcare or the benefit.
Taking
of the
away from the healthcare.
That's crazy.
And the benefits.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't even understand how that makes sense and how anybody would be for that. You guys think that we have such a horrific criminal immigration policy system going on that you guys would take from your actual own citizens who need help just to put it in, just to give the ICE people $45,000 bonuses?
It's ridiculous. It's disgusting.
And beef up defense for what?
Yeah, for them dropping bombs on everybody else, which is crazy to me too. Well, them protesters, they was out there, and that just means that anybody can protest. You don't even have to be standing up straight.
Mm-hmm.
Did they have to put the handcuffs on the little man?
No.
That man that they showed in the picture.
That they were throwing his foot around?
Him with the foot. But the picture in that article, that man obviously didn't have any use of his hands. Why did y'all put those rip ties on him?
Just for drama.
That's awful.
He can't even operate his damn wheelchair to get out of there if he wants, because you put handcuffs on him. He speaks through a computer. He's not a threat to anybody.
Terrible.
I'm tired of y'all. This is America. Don't let me kiss you. Rep. Jasmine Crockett withdraws from the House Oversight Committee race, which I am concerned about. So she says U.S. Rep. Jasmine Crockett has withdrawn from the race to become the top Democrat on the House Oversight Committee, making a second setback in her pursuit of higher leadership roles with Congress. Crockett, a freshman lawmaker representing Dallas, confirmed her decision early Tuesday in a text to the Texas Tribune, just hours before House Democrats were scheduled to vote on the new ranking member. Rep. Robert Garcia, California, is widely expected to win and the post after securing
Dallas
backing from...
Congresswoman.
Oh, go ahead.
Also, Dallas Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett dropped out of the race to become the lead Democrat of the House Oversight Committee. She made the announcement on social media after learning that she came in last in the first leg of that race. House Democrats elected Representative Robert Garcia of California as the ranking member. Congresswoman Crockett says that she will continue to serve as the vice-ranking member on the committee. The Oversight Committee oversees the executive branch and in the case of the Trump administration. Right now, Republicans control all investigations on this committee. And if Democrats retake the House in 2026, Garcia would be in line to chair the Oversight Committee.
Who's he? Let me see. I was like, I ain't heard from him.
Somebody from California.
in somebody. I'm trying to click on his list.
But she's still the vice. chair.
Still the vice chair. So she's still up there.
Okay.
She's just not going to be the head of it.
The head of it. The
head
president.
Of it. Yeah, the
She's
president
gonna
of
be the vice
oversight. And I hope that Garcia is tough.
Right.
And a stickler for justice.
A son of a gun.
Yes. Vacation selfies of a British woman dripping in diamonds lead to her arrest for jewelry theft, police say. Oh, well, that sucks for her.
Who steals the jewelry and then takes selfies in it?
A former jewelry store manager in the United Kingdom was sentenced to 28 months in prison after posting selfies wearing stolen merchandise and sending them to her co-workers. We'll leave that one there. Because you know what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to sit here and let y'all play in my face. You wanted to get caught, you should have just turned yourself into the police after you stole them. Take the jewelry to the police station and be like, hey, look what I got.
Yep.
Look what I got.
In.
Lucy Roberts, 39, frequently took jewelry home with her during the year she worked at the high-end shop. Police said, telling suspicious co-workers she was conducting work at home and sorting stock for the workshop. It was only then that
working from home.
Working from home.
Hybrid. It was a hybrid job. It was only when Roberts quit and went on vacation that her colleagues realized where the jewelry went. The statement says she began sending her former co-workers selfies from a cruise decked out in items from the shop. Without a care in the world, dripping in diamonds, thinking she had deceived everyone, police said thousands of pounds worth of jewelry strewn around in boxes beneath the bed and cupboards after searching her home, the statement says. In total, Roberts stole more than $170,000 in diamonds, gold, silver, bespoke jewelry, and cash from her employee, according to Wilkerson. Oh, she's a bad hombre.
What an idiot.
Yeah, because who does that?
She worked from home from a jewelry store. That's crazy.
That's crazy. She sent them those pictures because she wanted to get caught, like you said.
Yep.
Because there's no way.
Yeah,
there's no way. You're not that dumb,
and she's not serious. Clearly.
She don't look too smart.
No. Family of a hiker found dead after falling into a volcano accuses rescue team of negligence. Can you explain that story?
So I'm not sure. I don't know the full thing of the story, but basically she was on a hike with a guide. She fell into the volcano and the guide pretty much left.
The family of who? That's effed up.
Yeah.
The family of Juliana Marins, the Brazilian tourist who was found dead after she fell from a cliff during a hike on an active volcano in Indonesia. Let's stop there. What the hell is you going to an active volcano site on a tourism for? Why you so close to the part to fall in?
Everybody think they Moana.
They blamed the local search and rescue team for their beloved one's death. Juliana suffered great negligence on the part of the rescue team, the family posted on social media. If the team had reached her within the estimated time of 7 hours, Juliana would still be alive. The family's post continued, Juliana deserved much more. Now we are going to seek justice for her because that is what she deserved. What did they do wrong? Saturday, go ahead.
They took too long to start the rescue efforts for her.
Why?
I don't know.
But what was she even doing there to fall in to begin?
She was on a hike on a tour. With a tour.
After 4 days of work made difficult by adverse weather, ground and visibility conditions in the region, teams from the Indonesian Search and Rescue Agency found the body of the Brazilian tourist, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs said. The department added the Brazilian government extends its condolences to the family and friends of Brazilian tourists for the immense loss caused by the tragic accident. Nobody's going to tell us what happened exactly.
She was on the hike. She fell in the volcano.
Marina's family also alleged that the search and rescue team doctored a video of their beloved one's rescue and that they received misleading claims that she was given food and water. The Indonesian government is lying and the embassy is not verifying the facts before informing us. She is not receiving supplies because she was dead.
She was down there for 4 days before they started rescue efforts.
Why? What was the reason?
I don't know. You said something about weather conditions or something?
She was missing for 4 days or down?
She was down in the volcano for 4 days.
So they knew where she was?
Yeah.
Because the tour guide must have told them.
Yeah.
And then it took them 4 days to actually start to rescue the girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wonder what was the delay.
Right.
You know?
She would have gotten sulfur poisoning by then. At least.
Oh, jeez. What did you say? Sulfur poisoning?
Yeah, sulfur poisoning.
Oh, from the
that's
lava.
crazy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
What was her survival rate even falling into
Well, they said if she was rescued within the 7 hours that she would have been okay, but she wasn't. It was 4 days.
A deputy pulls driver over for speeding and learns he's going to a funeral. His sweet response goes viral. So I saw this. He was getting pulled over. I guess he was very nervous and stuff like that. He told the police officer what happened. The police officer, instead of arresting him or anything, helped him fix his tie and let him go to the funeral, which was really dope because we're seeing a lot of pictures like these coming around. And I appreciate police officers like that.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
That's nice.
That's policing.
Yeah.
We're going to go to a quick commercial break and we'll be right back with the entertainment news. Keep it locked right here. Spark FM Online.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
You are now listening to Spark FM.
Eunice Production, Friends Lifestyle Group presents their 9th annual Togetherness Boat Ride. It's the Animal Print Edition. Happens to be Saturday, July the 19th. Boarding times at 7 p.m. We sail at 8 p.m. sharp. There's going to be 2 floors of music. Your Latin DJ, DJ Sergio, DJ Alfredito, DJ Yomi, and your Caribbean DJ, Q Major, and Vital Rhythms. Featuring live performances by Yo Fugo, Punta Group, and Tempo Rhythm International. Sound system provided by Ross Entertainment. This is all going to be taking place at 70 Rose Wharf. Get your tickets right now at togetherness.eventbrite.com. Regular tickets are $65. Same day tickets are $75. It's a 21+ event. And do remember there's a drinks inclusive party bus available to and from the dock for only $60. For more information, contact 617-719-3972 or 646-379-4889. It's a 9th annual Togetherness Boat Ride. Get your tickets now.
Got a side hustle you want to turn into a real business? Thinking of expanding your brand or launching your next big idea? Then this is for you. It's Vibes and Ventures, a 3-part Caribbean business series designed to empower you, the entrepreneurs, creatives, and small business owners of our community. Join us at the Spark Media and Culture Center, 1195 Blue Hill Ave, from 6:30 to 8 p.m. And yes, it's completely free. June 5th, getting your paperwork right. June 12th, brick and mortar and commercial acquisitions. June 26th, marketing and social media strategy. Meet some of Boston's most successful Caribbean entrepreneurs, get expert advice, and build the connections you need to take your hustle to the next level. This is your moment. Don't miss it. Vibes and Ventures, where business meets culture and community turns vision into legacy.
Finally Home is a must-read step-by-step guide that will equip any first-time homebuyer with the knowledge they need to confidently make informed decisions. This book provides answers in simple and clear terms to most, if not all, of the questions you may have about credit, home ownership, and generational wealth. Finally Home equips the reader with the confidence to be engaged with the home buying process without feeling vulnerable or exploited. Tailor-made Real Estate Easy is not just a catchy hashtag. It is real estate agent and radio personality Taylor Andre's goal. A goal to simplify one of the most challenging processes you will go through as an adult. A goal to educate you properly on credit and teach you the strategies to finding the home of your dream. It is not just a good book or an easy read. It is the secret to a seamless home buying experience.
Often I hear people talking about how high their electricity bills are. Massachusetts has programs that everyday homeowners pay for, but never look into. Have you ever considered why some homes have panels and others don't? If you have Eversource, National Grid, or Unitil for electricity, you are paying for your neighbors to get panels at no cost. The charges are on the bill. Why not get someone to pay for yours? This program also helps with re-roofing, tree cutting, and electrical upgrades. If you're tired of short-term solutions for a long-term problem, connect with Bakari to find out if your home meets the requirements to upgrade at no cost out of pocket. Save the planet, future-proof your family for power outages, and save tens of thousands of dollars on an otherwise lifelong bill. Mention Spark when you call or text SPARK to 617-833-8940 to get 2 months off your power bill covered if your home gets selected.
Boston's new home for urban Caribbean music. Spark FM. Spark FM. Playing all your favorite hits from reggae. Spark FM.
If you know man swear the way you are gonna see a million. We got the Congo long just like the Amazon.
Spark FM.
I know that life is not easy. No say we are for win. Walk with the camera like Jesus.
Soca. Hip hop.
Yeah, we on and we going crazy.
R&B.
You could do damage. You could do damage.
Afrobeats and much more. Spark FM. Spark FM.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Good morning. Good morning. I don't know if I'm staying here today. I feel kind of cold. Want to go lay down in my bed under the covers and remember what it feels like to be, cozy. Comfy cozy,
I might go to the beach after this.
Oh, the beach at 70 degrees.
Just like, just drive past the beach, just look at it, take a few pictures, and then get out.
Some fish tacos by Wollaston Beach.
Oh no, I went to Wollaston Beach and I think I would have caught an STD if I walked in that water.
STD. Oh my gosh, it's not Hogan's Pond.
It's beautiful.
That water was horrible.
That's bacteria.
No, it's like bacteria in the water. I can't.
What's that beach that we go up there? It's called Gloucester, Cohasset.
Cohasset.
Yeah, some one of them. They got the blue algae or something like that. Don't put your dogs in that.
Lake
poison.
Constituent.
Yeah, Constituent. That one. Yep.
So that's the thing that lights up when it's night?
Oh, it brights. Oh my god.
I don't think it lights up. I don't know.
Look, I know in Trinidad had a phenomenon like where blue algae they be on the beaches.
Maybe that's it. Yeah.
And when the waves come, it lights blue.
No,
really?
Yeah.
I want to see that.
That sounds pretty though.
It's pretty, but you can't just go in there.
Yeah,
you can't get in there.
Pretty damn gross.
Richie's gonna give us the entertainment news for today. I finished.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, did we do the national news? Where's that? Go ahead.
All right. So entertainment news. Fans call to cancel Beyonce after she wore an insulting shirt on stage. So offensive.
What is the shirt?
So let's see what the shirt is. Beyonce is facing intense backlash from her progressive fan base after sporting a controversial t-shirt during Paris stop of her Cowboy Carter tour. The 43-year-old music icon drew criticism from wearing a shirt emblazoned with the image of Buffalo Soldiers, a historic group of African American soldiers who served in the U.S. military after the Civil War, but whose legacy is married by their role to the Indian Wars. While many assume Beyonce's shirt was meant to highlight...
What did it say?
Buffalo Soldiers.
Are you kidding me right now?
Like Buffalo Soldier.
We want to cancel her because she wore a Buffalo Soldier shirt?
That's crazy.
Okay, cool.
And that's French.
Yeah.
Yeah. While many initially assumed Beyonce's shirt was meant to highlight an overlooked piece of Black history, critics quickly pointed out the deeper and more troubling implications. Like, how was that even implicating? That's crazy.
And what's troubling about that?
No, it's not. I think this. They went on to say that in the late 1800s, the Buffalo Soldiers were deployed to fight against Native Americans during the westward expansion of the United States, siding with European colonizers in the brutal Indian Wars.
Oh my.
I mean, I could see why they think it's offensive, but it's not that offensive.
I mean, if it's on a t-shirt, like it's not saying white lives matter or something like that. Like I don't know what.
It's black.
It's a graphic tee.
Exactly.
Yeah, like that's very crazy.
I have a t-shirt that says Compton Cowboys on it, and I'm gonna wear it.
Yes. Oh, is that maybe you'll get canceled?
Oh well. If you think that story is hot, this next one,
Yes.
Because Cardi B, we pop outside.
Yes.
Song of the summer.
Yeah.
Cardi B shows off Castle that boyfriend Stephon Diggs rented for her in France.
So
this is insane.
Good for her. You know what? This is why I like Cardi B, because she always levels right up. I want somebody to rent a castle for me to go inside of.
That's what I'm saying.
I know, right?
Somebody rent me a cabin. You didn't even got to be.
They said this man just signed like a $96 million contract the other day.
I'm going to start hanging around the Foxborough.
Me as well.
All them football players, though, is in their 20s, aren't they?
They're like no more than 27.
Oh, all right.
They're young, but they got money.
Oh, well,
They got money.
I could be a cougar.
Cardi B and boyfriend Stephon Diggs are living their best lives with a trip to France. Cardi showed off the lavish digs of their medieval mansion while enjoying one another's company in a series of Instagram stories on Tuesday, June 24th. Presumably in the town for Paris Fashion Week, Cardi couldn't believe her NFL star boo booked them a massive castle. Cardi, you got it good. You got it. Offset what? Nothing.
That is, very, very good for her. Meanwhile, Offset over here talking about he got a crush on Sabrina Carpenter.
No,
see, that's
Sabrina
what I'm
Carpenter could
talking
never.
about.
Sorry, she could never.
She could never. Never.
As we move swiftly along, Todd and Julie Kersley to break silence on Trump pardon in TV interview. How to watch.
Good. You know what? Because I'm interested to hear what they actually have to say about the pardon. Two things can be right. I know I did something wrong. I should be jailed. But I don't want to be in there. And if you pardon me, I'm not going to not be pardoned. Right? I hope that I know that he's already came out and spoke up about the injustice that black prisoners receive over white people, how they're treated. So I'm excited to hear this. Can you play this clip, Mr. Tristan?
Yeah, it's
I want to thank President Trump. I want to thank the administration. We're grateful for everything that has happened thus far, and as bad as this experience has been, there's also been a lot of blessings to come from it. I have met some wonderful men. I have listened to some horrific stories about things that have gone on in our system. I will continue to fight for all the guys that I dealt with and that I was blessed to be with at FPC Pensacola. I will continue to expose the injustices that go on there and throughout the department and throughout the Bureau of Prisons.
We woke up today and they're still at home.
Wow.
So it's honestly felt like such a dream to
Savannah.
have them at home, and I'm just so grateful, obviously, to President Trump, the
She does clean
administration.
up nice. She looks like a little cute rich white girl.
She is. She's really cute. For everyone. I can't stand her anymore.
Me either. I can't stand her because I woke up this morning in my memoir, in my musings for the morning, and I chose violence very early because I wanted to know, with all of the brand new explosive evidence for Tory Lanez, what happened? Everybody was all up in arms 2 weeks ago. Oh my God, all this new evidence. Savannah and the senator lady and everybody like that. Y'all just dropped that boy just so? And that's not right. That's not right. Y'all gave Tory Lanez an inkling of something that perhaps things that are already discussed in the court in which he went to jails for was going to turn around in his favor. And then everybody just stopped thinking or talking about him, and it's not right. It's not right what y'all doing to Tory Lanez. Instead of y'all writing letters to him and sending him a little bit of a little commissary, y'all on the internet fighting for non-justice. Get it together. Support that man in the way that he needs to be supported in jail. Okay?
You advocating for Tory Lanez?
I said support him in jail, honey. Support him in jail. He got 8 years left. Put money on his books. Send him emails and letters. Stop writing on social media about the injustice that is not unjust. The justice was served.
Yeah.
Megan is twerking on the beach. Tory Lanez is sitting in jail. Figure it out.
How come Megan don't got no Stephon Diggs boyfriend renting her no
Because she's not Cardi.
Yeah.
She's not Cardi.
And you know what? Megan seems to me like she might have a little issue keeping a man. You know, like the rest of us. You know? like me.
True, because Party is on Instagram being fun.
Yes.
He party?
Just fun. Just fine for no reason.
I be on parties. All the parties, Instagram reels last about 3 hours. I don't know why they so long.
You just watching it over and over
Just
and over.
over and over and over again. Jeez Louise.
All right, so we have Amina Butterfly reveals she and her children with Peter guns are homeless. He responds.
Yeah.
Amina Butterfly has revealed that she and her 2 daughters with Peter guns are currently without a permanent home after losing their residence in Los Angeles. The former Love and Hip Hop New York cast member shared the news in a candid TikTok video posted Tuesday, June 24th, explaining that she has since relocated to Hamburg, Germany, her hometown.
Let me tell you something, how tired I am. I just want
But
y'all
who
to
is
know.
she? I don't know who she is.
On Love and Basketball,
Love and Hip Hop.
Love and Hip Hop. Amina was the side piece turned first wife of Peter Guns after he was already dating
his side wife.
His side wife.
Side wife?
Well,
His first two
that's
kids.
what she called herself.
His first 2 kids was what was the girl's name?
Tara.
Tara.
Yeah.
Well, he's had 2 kids with Tara. He was with Tara for a long time. Then he met Amina, decided that Amina was going to be his side piece, then married Amina, and then made his first long-term girlfriend the side piece of his side wife.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's so confusing.
Yes.
So crazy.
So now, here is the problem. She went on TikTok the other day. She has moved to Germany. She said she hit hard financial times, and her children have moved back to Germany to live with their parents while she rebuilds her life. After that, Peter Guns was like, oh my God, because people like, oh damn, Peter Guns ain't taking care. Peter Guns ain't taking care. So he went and did an interview and was pretty much like, I do take care of the children and I've sent thousands of dollars and yada blah 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 blah. Then Amina gets back online and was like, yeah, we are homeless, but we thank God for family because we have somewhere to stay. And Peter has done his share and he is helping in any type of way he can. Why you go online and make people think that you was homeless, that you was living on the street with your children?
But
that's exactly how you made it sound like.
Like people were trying to justify it, and you don't have a permanent home, you are technically homeless. No, when you're living with your parents in
You're not
their
homeless.
house with your children
You're not
in a
homeless.
bed, in a room, and access to the kitchen, and you got to pay a little piece of rent, you are not homeless. So why'd you do that?
No, what does she want? Like the attention? She wants people to say, "Oh my God, I'm
because
homeless."
she's not staying in a $5 million a month.
Yeah, she said that she's hit really hard times. She's hit some really bad bills, so she's trying to rebuild. This is what everyone does. If you have a viable family member that you can stay with and you can't be a nuisance to, usually you go live with family until you build back up. You don't go around telling people that you're homeless.
Right, you and your
She's trying to
children
get,
are
I think she's
homeless.
just trying to get money out of people.
Yeah, she is.
Crazy.
She is. And she's
Like people were like, go get a goddamn job.
Sing something.
That's what I'm saying. They were like,
OnlyFans.
she can make mad money on TikTok just doing covers or all kinds of stuff and just posting
Oh,
stuff.
so she's talented.
Yeah, she's very talented.
She's a great singer.
And now you want to sit here and act like you homeless living on the street with crack?
Yeah. Jumps.
The hell?
Not the crack.
The crack.
That's crazy.
So,
But didn't Dwayne Wade, the basketball player, married
That's
to Gabrielle
Gabrielle's union husband?
His first wife wasn't she? She had went on to something saying how she was homeless and all kinds of
I
stuff.
think that's all ego. Like I need what is that called?
I need a 5-star home. I need a big home. I need a big. I need fancy
victim
cars.
mentality.
Yeah.
Like because I don't have everything that I had before. Life is so terrible, and I get that. You know, like sometimes when you up and then you're not up no more, it hurts. But bro, you're not homeless. You're not homeless.
No, you're not.
Then it's stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not everybody can be Cardi. Not everybody can be Cardi. So Diddy scores significant legal victory, major shift in case. Listen, I'm just so over Diddy and this craziness.
Same.
But this thing right here,
over him.
It's not what it seems.
Yeah. So music mogul Sean Diddy Combs scored a significant legal victory today as specific charges laid against him were officially dropped mid-trial.
Yeah.
The surprising development marks a turning point in the highly publicized case, sparking debate over the strength of the prosecution's initial claims and rising questions about what lies ahead. The drop charges has been central to the case, which stemmed from allegations related to many federal charges. Well, his many federal charges. The trial had been underway for weeks, with proceedings attracting widespread public attention due to Diddy's prominence in both music and entrepreneurship. However, in a sudden move during today's session, the prosecutions announced that key allegations could no longer be sustained, prompting the court to dismiss them.
Yeah, like what is up with that? So they
So I
dropped
got you.
some of the 5 charges?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay.
Charges being slimmed down. Drop predicates for RICO charge. Prosecutors have withdrawn key allegations previously used to support the racketeering conspiracy. Attempted kidnapping, attempted arson, aiding and abetting sex trafficking. The move is intended to simplify the case for the jury, focusing their attention on stronger evidence. So RICO charge still stands. The racketeering conspiracy count still remains, now centered on completed kidnapping, arson such as the firebombing of Kid Cudi's car, sex trafficking via force, fraud, or coercion, other underlying crimes like drug-related offenses, obstruction, and forced labor. So they dropped the allegation charge and just said you weren't allegedly do it, you did it.
You did it.
You absolutely did it. So you're not dropping. The trial status and timeline. Closing arguments officially began today on June 26th, today in Manhattan Federal Court. Prosecution concluded with final recaps today, emphasizing the alleged abuse of freak-off parties. The defense is expected to deliver theirs tomorrow, followed by a brief rebuttal and jury instructions. Jury deliberations could start as soon as June 30th. What the prosecution is emphasizing is that they allege Combs used his power to orchestrate drug-fueled group sex involving coercion of freak-off parties attended by ex-girlfriends Cassie Ventura and Jane. Prosecutors argued that the abuse involved intimidation, blackmail, violence, and supporting network of associates. The defense's strategy: the defense contends the encounters were consensual and based on existing romantic intimacy, not trafficking. They highlighted text messages between Combs and Cassie to argue consent. Notably, the defense presented no witnesses and rested under half an hour. The strategic implications: prosecutors aim to aid the jury by narrowing down the allegations, reducing complexity. Criminal law experts are split. Some say that implication could hurt government credibility, as jurors may feel misled by the charge, or others argue it has little real impact on the remaining charges. So that's where we're at right now.
So it wasn't a victory like how this article
No.
said.
So and what I did is I actually plugged the article into ChatGPT and told them to break it down to me like I was an idiot.
Okay.
And that's what it did. Okay. So he's still charged for racketeering conspiracy, which is the RICO charge, based on forced labor, sex trafficking, completed kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction. That's the RICO.
Okay.
For the sex trafficking, he's still being charged for 2 counts of sex trafficking, alleged coercion of ex-girlfriends, and the transportation for prostitution. That's the 3rd charge, using interstate travel for illicit purposes. So all of those are still in play. Diddy pleaded guilty to each one of those.
He pled guilty?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he pleaded not guilty to each one of those. So the bottom line is prosecutors have streamlined the case, dropping weaker theories to keep jury focus tight, but the core charges remain. We're now at the final closing stage, with the verdict possibly coming early next week. And
Somebody
that
needs
is the
to
breakdown.
Sue whoever wrote this article.
Yeah.
But that's how everybody's writing the article, for clickbait purposes.
Yeah.
I've seen it over and over. And then we have these tools at our fingertips. This is the educational part. We have these tools at our fingertips to not be on here sounding crazy. If you don't really know what's going on, ask Google, ask friggin' any of the AI chat GPTs ever in the world created. Just to make sure that you are at least entering these conversations with facts, not based on, I read somewhere on TikTok that this is a good day for Diddy. This is a good day for Diddy. It's not a good day for Diddy. They're just hardening their case. That's all they're doing. So that is there. That is that.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, he got a little victory.
Me too, because I saw people like, Diddy's about to get off.
Yeah,
Diddy's getting off today. Diddy's getting off. And I'm like, nah. Hold on. Let me ask Leroy what he's saying. Okay. And Leroy always break it down. So I I encourage you guys
Yes.
to start using ChatGPT, even if it's just to explain things to you.
I think
Don't be
people,
scared.
I think people are afraid of ChatGPT.
You should.
Huh?
It still has Google.
Yeah,
if you don't want to
Google,
do
yeah.
the ChatGPT, you can still ask Google.
And then
That's
Google
true.
will
You're
give you
right.
that little
Yes.
AI summary at the top too. Even Facebook gives you an AI summary. Hold on, y'all. Even Facebook gives you guys a online summary of discussions that are happening, just so you can break it down and you can know what's going on.
Right, and it does, and all of that. There's meta AI that is in everything. Even my text messages have AI generated summaries now. So there's no need. There's no lack of information anywhere.
What else do we have, Richie?
That's it.
That's it.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
it.
So that's where we're at. That is where we're at.
Yeah.
Oh, and right on time too. We ain't even gonna hold y'all.
Yeah, so guys, just don't forget to call us right now, because we have a lot of tickets to give away for this summer. You can call 617-272-3387. We got tickets to give away all July for Jerkfest, Kess, and don't forget tomorrow, Caribbean Nights at Big Night Live.
Yes. And who's gonna be there?
So who's the lineup?
Richie.
Spraga Benz, Tonto Metro, and Devontae. And I can't remember the last one.
Kevin?
Wayne Wonder.
Wayne Wonder. I knew it was one of those Bayesian names, Kevin or Wayne or something. But he ain't Bayesian
So
at
guys,
all.
if you want to win tickets, just call us up. I'm going to call the number again, right?
Yes.
617-272-3387.
That's
Call us
right.
now, right?
Yeah.
If you want to get
Spark
tickets.
FM.
Yeah.
At
Sounds great to me.
617-272-3387.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I love that.
Anyhow, all right. Well, we are out of here, people. It has been a great Thursday with you guys. Stay warm because it's a little chilly outside, and we will see you bright and early tomorrow morning for Freaky Fridays. Yeah. Saucy and Friends, SparkFMOnline.com. Bye-bye.
Bye.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Boston's new home for urban Caribbean music. Spark FM. Spark FM. Playing all your favorite hits from reggae. Spark FM.
If you no mess with the way you are gonna see a million. We got the Congo long just like the Amazon.
Spark FM.
I know that life is not easy. No say we are for win. Walk with the camera like Jesus.
Soca. Hip hop.
Yeah, we on and we going crazy.
R&B.